Miller and Belt. We've got lawnmowers and snowblowers, skid steers, chainsaws, and more. Why not stop in and visit our store? Meyer Motors, serving the community with new and used vehicles for over 94 years. Plymouth Glass, go first class, go with Plymouth Glass for all your glass needs and much, much more. Plymouth Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig. Plymouth. Plymouth Furniture. Plymouth Furniture, huge selections and great prices.
All right, it's 7:01. I'm going to kick myself for being late, but welcome one and all to the 2022 edition of the Dairyland Classic. I'm very glad that all of you are here. Hopefully we'll put on a great show for you tonight. Our event is brought to you tonight by Hoban Brothers. They've been a fantastic headline sponsor of ours for a couple of years, and so I want to give John an opportunity to welcome you as well. Right now, John. Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to John Dahmer from Hoban Brothers Cycles.
Thank you very much. Where did Jesse go, for God's sakes? He was just here.
Right here.
Oh, he's hiding over there. Jesse Janish, good friend of mine, sponsored him when he was like 13 years old, and now he's like big shit, right? Vance and Hines, nice job. He's on the winning machine, #1 point holder, right? Yeah, by 1 point. What more do you need? It's perfect. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming on behalf of our whole crew at Hoban Brothers. I want to thank the Sumner family for putting this on. They put an amazing job every year. This is such a phenomenal event when you can have riders of this caliber here. I want to thank all the riders for coming because you guys are the show, right? This is why we all come. This, the beer, some brats, it's perfect. You know, a number of years ago, we had the opportunity to become the headline sponsor. Bert had called up, said, hey, you know what, somebody pulled out. I'm like, I'd be honored to be involved with this because this is our passage to summer. Motorcycles, I think the frost is out of the ground now here in Plymouth, finally. So thank you very much for all coming. I hope you enjoy yourself tonight. The weather's perfect. And again, have fun tonight.
Awesome. Thank you. John Dahmer, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got 6 competition classes for you tonight. We've got the Pro-Am division, which has the races from the American Flat Track Series. We have a vintage class for bikes from the 70s and 80s. We've got a brakeless class from bikes from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And then we have our 2 amateur classes with the modern bikes, like you see here, the motocross bikes for the teenagers and whatnot. A few riders we wanted to bring, or I like to bring all the riders out because you rarely get a chance to see them with their helmets off. You may recognize their number plates and their leathers, but maybe not their faces. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to meet them before they get all dirty. Couple of individuals that I want to talk to. We're very blessed to have races here tonight on an off weekend. Here on number 37 is one of the neatest guys on the series. He comes all the way here from Salinas, California, and he rides the Lattice Motors Harley-Davidson XG750 in the AFT Super Twins class. Please give a warm welcome to number 37. That is Bronson Bauman. Looking on my cheat sheet, I think you're currently in 6th place in the national points on the Harley, and it's your first year riding the Harley. You're the only guy on a Harley in the Super Twins class, but tell us how that's going, your transition from the Indian to the Harley-Davidson. You started out the year with 2nd at the opening race. Unfortunately, last weekend you blew up a motor, but tell the fans how the XG is coming along in your work with the Lattice Motors team.
Yeah, definitely. What seemed to be a home run at the first race, getting a podium, it was great, but yeah, it's been a rough season. We're up and down in the results, but it's been great working with the Latest Motors racing team. They are the true and true of diehard dirt track guys, and they want to go and win races. So it's been great in that aspect, and we're learning the motorcycle, we're learning each other, going through the growing pains of just learning, and that's what it boils down to. Every time we're out on the track, we learn something different, and yeah, it definitely stung quite a bit at the Red Mile day one. We were running third, fourth, in the top 5, and kind of running the leaders down a little bit, and she gave up the ghost, and it's a part of racing, and the team stayed up all night, put a whole new motor in the bike, and we ended up 8th on a backup motor, so it's nothing to cry about, and they're, again, a great group of guys that want to go racing and win.
And you get to work with 2000 Grand National champion Joe Kopp. He's the team manager or the team disciplinarian or something like that. How are you and Joe working together?
It's great. I bounce ideas off of him, and I've kind of been the rider where I kind of choose my setup, and this year I've kind of taken the step back of choosing setup and just listening to Joe, and if he says, hey, ride this way, I go and try and ride that way as best as my ability, and it's great just in the aspect, you got a champion working with you, just like the Turner guys with Kenny Coolbeth. When he says to do something, you do your best to do it just because he's been there, he's done that, and he's ran at the front. So, setting-wise, he's great, full of knowledge, and I've learned so much from Joe already this year. I feel great.
Okay. And the next race, next weekend, you're going back to Laconia, New Hampshire, and I think you did pretty good the last time you were in New Hampshire. Notched his first national win 2 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. I did 2 years ago. So we wish you the best of luck. Thanks for coming here tonight, Bronson. Ladies and gentlemen, Salinas, California, Bronson Bauman. I'm looking for someone and I can't find him. He mentioned Kenny Coolbeth, our 3-time Grand National champion, is floating around here somewhere with the American Honda pits. But since I recognize this young man, I will just stop here and call it enough. So this young man, you may recognize, he's on the cover of the T-shirt that you have, and he's won this event 3 of the last 5 years. Last weekend, he scored his first ever mile win. Factored that up with the second night. He has done what so many of us Wisconsin racers have wanted to do, which is land that factory ride. Not to mention winning a few nationals, but landing that factory ride. He gets to ride for the American Honda Turner Racing Team, Progressive Insurance, Mission Food sponsored. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Beaver Dam, number 13 on your scorecard, Morgan Mishler. Welcome back to Wisconsin, Morgan.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to see some familiar faces for sure.
And you're running the Honda tonight, so on how are you or gelling together? Pretty well?
I mean, it's great just because Brian has so much, just a wealth of knowledge as far as what's going on inside these bikes, and then Kenny just as far as a mindset and having the suspension dialed in. I mean, there's not a whole lot that those two really miss, and to be able to throw some curveballs at those guys is kind of fun on my job just because, I try to spin them out as much as possible, and they always have a response for me.
So since you've landed the factory ride, something that so many of us have always strived to do, what's the most eye-opening aspect of being a factory rider that you didn't anticipate or you didn't think it was going to be that way, but you're like, wow, that's what it's like to be a factory rider? What's the one thing that you can tell all of us that we never had the opportunity to do?
I mean, for me, to be able to just be, kind of welcomed into this whole Turner Racing crew, it's been being able to see what Brian puts into it. That guy is just always working, and, it's not like we're easy on these bikes. We're actually we just don't do him any favors in the motor department. So I know that dude is just always working, and I mean, Kenny, from a setup standpoint, he always wants to understand what's going on with us. So, just the wealth of knowledge that's there. I'm fortunate that those two guys kind of have our both me and my teammates' back, and there's not really much that slips by them. So, it's with that, a lot of the success that we've had this year just been us all meshing together, and I'm fortunate to be able to kind of be able to pick up some wins this season. It's huge for me. It's huge for this program, and on some new bikes and something different from last year. So, for me, it's just been kind of full circle, being able to start out on something slow and just something that I could try my best to override. And now, we're on some powerhouses, and I can't thank Mike Turner for actually noticing me.
And you're having a hell of a year. You're 4 points out of the point lead. Already got 2 wins on the year. You've scored the podium 4 out of 5 races. It's all coming together. And how's the Honda working tonight? What do you think your odds are here for win number 4?
Kind of the cool thing with being here is being able to test out new things. So there are a couple differences as far as what we kind of want to sort out with what, someone or someone else may feel. So, just trying to get as much information today and how it can help us later in the season. Only being 4 points out of the lead, obviously second isn't good enough. So we got to get as much information on these things as we can, and to come out here, try to win a little bit of pocket change for some testing is not a bad day.
All right, well, I wish you luck, ladies and gentlemen. Morgan Mischler. I'll talk to this guy just because this is another local racer who's no longer local anymore, but he's raced here forever and a day, and you might not know it by his attire, but he's currently leading the national point standings in the American Flat Track Production Twins class, formerly from Hartford, Beaver Dam, West Bend, and a variety of places, now from Palm Coast, Florida. This is Jesse Janisch, ladies and gentlemen. From part-time racer to semi kind of factory, almost Vance and Hines rider. They picked you up at the end of last year, I believe, and you picked up this year, started clicking off wins, and you find yourself atop the point standings. How the hell does that feel?
Yeah, it's pretty wild, right? It's an unbelievable feeling, and I quit. We were done. Last year at this time, that was the only flat track race I did. I came up here to do yours, and that was it. And then I figured I was done again, and got the call, showed up, and put in some results, and yep, here we are. Pretty unbelievable. Got the championship lead after last round, and we'll see where we can go from there. Heading to New Hampshire this next week, and hopefully we can just keep building.
No longer just a TT guy. You've notched a half-mile win, I think a mile win. You're rounding out the whole thing, but understand that you're taking the week off so that you can be dialed in. You're looking forward to Laconia on the Harley?
Oh yeah, the Harley's real good. So I got about 4 tracks where I kind of know I struggle, and those are the next 4. So we got those marked, trying to get some good results in, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited to get out there, and we got the test day and everything else. And we got the points lead. It's not like I want to just give it up. I gotta push for it, and we'll see. And I'm stoked to be up here in Plymouth, see all you guys, and this is one I always try to make. So it's good to be up here.
All right, thanks for coming by. Jesse Janisch, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I think that's about it, because my script ran out. So why don't we round up the bikes, y'all get back to the pit area, and we'll do our national anthem here in a second. So the last interview I'm going to do right now is with this gentleman. You may know him as the voice of American Flat Track, but he's been my friend for over 20 years now. Former national number 43 from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. This is the voice of American Flat Track, Scotty Dubler. Like that?
Yeah, I love it.
You did that? He's also representing Left Out, which is a group that he and Sabby Sabedra here do, and I'll let you tell him what's Left Out all about.
Well, we felt bad, me and Sammy, and actually our buddy Chris Carter started it. We felt bad that people can't travel every weekend like somehow we're lucky enough to. So every so often we'll go to a race that we're not working at, and we just post stuff on Instagram and on Facebook at Left Out LLC, just so people can see maybe some behind the scenes stuff, or Sammy's going to do the dash for cash from up there on the finish line, just so people get a little extra about what goes on in the sport of flat track, because sometimes people don't get to know exactly what happens behind the scenes and stuff like that. And then we try to cover some race coverage too, results, to help guys like you that have a race once a year that maybe some people don't know about. So we just try to spread the word about the greatest sport in the world, flat track. So it's just a love of ours, and we do it just for fun.
Outstanding. And you're in town also because Sunday you're going to be announcing an event that benefits the Children's Hospital down in Elkhorn.
Yeah, it's a half mile. It's a pea gravel half mile. There's a chance of some moisture coming down, but they'll just water the track. So they do raise money for charity. It's for the Children's Hospital. This will be my second year to announce that race, and I'm honored to do that. Anything I can do to help out the children of Wisconsin, it works out good. I was off this weekend from American Flat Track. I got to go to Laconia, New Hampshire next week, but hey, I'm here. Met a motorcycle race. What else can you ask better for,
Make sure you have a bratwurst before you go.
Well, I had the grilled cheese with the burger in the middle first. That was my appetizer. I'm going for the double bratwurst next.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty Dubler, the voice of American Flat Track. I'm going to turn it over to our master of ceremonies, Mr. Chris Tice.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing tonight? Yeah, I know you guys are excited for some racing. We're excited for racing. We're going to kick off our first of 19 heat races coming up here in just a couple of seconds. Green. And we are off. And unfortunately, actually not that bad. Morgan a little bit slow off the line, but right now kind of coming around the outside up in third place. How do you feel about that start?
That was definitely not Merck's best start, but Trey Johnson's got the lead. They come off before, it's going to be a good race.
And already kind of going to work. Now keep in mind the top four are going to transfer into our A main, and the last two races are going to head to the B main. But right now we got some good action cooking up in the front. The 48 of Trey Johnson and the 55 Tyler Agio up front. And some shuffling up going around already. Keep in mind, we've got two of the factory Honda machines out here right now. Those guys taking up third and fourth. Morgan with Chase Sadoff sitting behind him. Now these are short little 8-lap races. We're just about to the halfway point right now. Are you adjusting your strategy? Are you changing lines? Or what are you thinking right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see Morgan, he's working all around the track trying to sort it out. Raggio's making moves on Trey. These guys are all searching right now for some new lines. Merck's running a high line here through 1 and 2, trying to get the traction coming off the corner, and they're adjusting riding position right now. Basically just trying to get anything to get forward and get a good spot for the main event.
And our top two right now with a lot of company from the factory Honda guys. Now, keep in mind, we did practice all day. The sun was shining, the wind was blowing. There hasn't been a cloud in the sky. It was a little dusty to begin the day, but right now it looks like the track is starting to hold some moisture as they come by with 2 to go. Are these guys going to be going back to the hauler now, looking to change their setups before the main event, or do you kind of stick with what you're happy with?
Well, we got a pass for the lead with Raggio and Mergen by Trey Johnson. I don't think Merck's going to be happy right now. I think he's going to be looking for some adjustments. He's working his high line right now, and look at that. He's going around the outside of Raggio. He's not going to quite make it stick. It looks like we're going to have Raggio, our first heat race winner, with Morgan Mishler coming in second.
Yeah, here we go, coming on out of 3 and 4. And yeah, you are right. The number 55, Reggio, just ahead of Morgan and Mishler. And it looks like Statoff sneaking there in the third. So I think that's good. We're going to send Mishler, Johnson, Statoff, and Reggio into the A main. Everybody else heading to the B main. He's also one of the younger kids, local kid, up and coming rider to look for. The lane kid's always fast. And Bronson right there, wow, shot out of a canyon all the way from the outside. But Schwarzenbacher with that Kawasaki twin, that 650, he's going to come up in second. Not sure if all that power is going to help them out as they come back here, coming to the first line. Now, Jesse, you're currently running a twin in the AFT Productions class, but you also have run some singles. How is that in Bronson's case to go from a factory twin into AFT Super Twins to come out here and ride a single?
I think it's probably pretty easy. We do a lot of training on the 450s, and Bronson's one of the elite riders in the series, so we do a lot of cross training on the 450s, and I know he's got a lot of time on his KTM, so I think it's a pretty easy adjustment for these guys. And Brock's riding that Cowie twin awfully well. He's keeping him pretty close in check.
Yeah, and Bronson right now with about half a turn lead, kind of hanging out there in front. We just had a pass, I believe that was Brewski up into second, getting around Schwarzenbacher. Once again in this 8-lap heat race, it's up second. Gruberlov in the Pro-Am heat. The bunch is kind of checking out right now. I'm sorry, I called that out incorrectly. I think as they come back around, we'll try to call out our top couple racers. We have Bronson Bauman, followed by the 176 of Walter, and then you've got Schwarzenbacher and Ezra Brewski hanging on to that final transfer position. So a couple of these guys going to be heading into the B main after this, and our top 4 once again going in with 2 laps left to go. Now throughout practice, Bert, our head of race control, he kept kind of pushing these guys to start trying to make that groove wider and wider. Do you think this is going to turn into a multi-line track where you can go outside, try to come inside, stay on the outside, or is it going to turn into more of a one-lane racetrack?
I mean, we're definitely hoping it's going to be multi-racing. We saw Morgan working the high line a little there in turns 1. I think you're going to see definitely a technical racetrack. These guys are going to be moving around a little bit. What appears that everybody's following is obviously like the opposite. Everybody's on everything, the game of inches out there. And it's pretty crazy, but literally the game of inches is what gets this one.
Absolutely, right there once again, winning the Gruber Law Office's Pro-Am Heat number 2, Bronson Bauman from the pole, followed by the 176 of Jacob Walter in second. In third place, it was Brock Schwarzenbacher and Ezra Brewski. Those top 4 guys heading into the A main. Pro-Am Heat number 3. Dalton with a pretty good start, but on the outside, Trent Lowe getting it done. And as they dive down into turns 3 and 4, as they come around, we're going to get our first look. Out front is Trent Lowe, followed by Dalton Philippian. Then the number 42 machine of Jeremiah Duffy. Sitting back there in 4th on that Harley Davidson, Rob Bugs Pearson. I feel like he's been out here forever. I mean, he's been a national number for 10, 15, at least close to 20 years. You know, is this where the old racers come to die here at the at Dairyland Classic and the amateur events?
I mean, we got the young pups. Pups going pretty good here with Trent leading, but yeah, Bugs probably went pro in about 02. So I would say he's been out here racing pro since at least then, and he's probably made just about every national or every trip up here. He's local to Illinois, and he's got the old iron out here with the XR 750, and he looks like he's going to put her in the main.
Hey, that's all that matters. That brand diversity out here in the main event. And I do believe with the Jim Sumner Dash for Cash, we take the fastest from every manufacturer. So I think that's the first Harley we've seen in the pro class. So we might be seeing him again a little bit later in our dash. And right now, Trent Lowe out front feeling pretty comfortable out of Guilford, Indiana, but still chasing him down. Don't come him out, the number 79, Dalton Gautier. He's looking pretty good out there on the factory Honda. All 3 of the Turner factory Honda racers out here with us this weekend for the 2nd year in a row. And 2 laps to go. Well, Jesse, I said I was only going to steal you for the Pro-Am heats. So far, what are you thinking? You got any predictions for later this evening? And I'm going to throw a little kink in your plan. Anybody except for Morgan Mishler, who you think's going to win tonight?
Man, I got to give it up to Trent Lowe. He's looking awfully good. I saw Dalton looking really good in practice, and Trent's kind of covered him right now. So, yeah, if I got anybody picked to give Bird a run, it's got to be Trent Lowe right now. He's looking good out there.
Well, there you go. We just had number 48, Trent Lowe, take the win there, followed by Dalton Gautier. 5S, Randy Reed, 23, Dan Peterson, and 4P of Carson Walton. Now this is going to be a 6-lap heat race. Top 4 going to the main. The rest heading into the B main. As I come around, trying to give you guys the first look. Now keep in mind, we're not, well, I don't have access to the live scoring, so I can only count them out as I see them. I'm going to do the best that I can for you guys. But I'll be honest, sometimes my best ain't good enough. So here we go. Green flag for that first lap. The number 06 of Clay Johnson out of Bear Creek, Wisconsin, out front right now, looking pretty comfortable. Followed by the 97 of Louis Rutter, the 23 machine of Dan Peterson holding down that 3rd place. And I got to get another look at who is in that final transfer spot. Hanging back there fourth. We're at the halfway mark. Johnson out front, Louders, followed by the 23, and then the 31 machine of Chuck Clark. those 4 guys right now. Looking to head into our A main. Once again, we're gonna have 3 of these vintage heats right here coming back and through for you guys. 2 laps to go here at the Dairyland Classic in our first vintage heat race tonight, presented by Hoban Brothers and Road America. Part of a little motorsports weekend right up here in Plymouth, Wisconsin. And still another 06 machine out front, followed by Lou Lowers. We do have a lapper. Let's see what that lapper does to shake things up. Both of us second and third place getting around, but right now it's going to be the 06 of Clay Johnson out front for the checkered flag, followed by the Louis Lauders, followed by the 23 of Dan Peterson, and the 8 machine of Matt Jensen. Your top 4 right there. First yellow, second yellow, and green. That number 60 with a good run. Whoa. The 59, I believe the 16, tangling up there as they come through. Once again, top 4 headed straight into the A main, and everybody else is going to be headed into our B main. Coming out here, the number 60 machine, Danny Berry, followed by the 13, the 59, and the 14. Looks like we got a couple guys going high. I believe that's that 13 or 14 was staying low. Flying in down into turns 3 and 4. Once again, it's a 60 of Murray, a 16, 13, and 59 machine. Nick Smith there in second, 59 Rick Reed, and the 13 of Lane Schultz right now, rounding out our direct transfers. Danny Murray at the halfway. Nick Smith in second. It looks like we got a pretty good battle right now between the 59 of Rick Reed and Lane Schultz as they come back down and through. But that 60 machine, very, holding pretty strong out there. That second place rider right now making some moves as he's going to fly into turn number 3. Let's see if he can't keep that momentum coming into 4 as they come out. Once again, that's the 16 of Nick Smith out of Baraboo, Wisconsin. He's got a great drive coming into turn 3 on the outside. He's going to go for the pass on the outside. Let's see if he can make it stick. We got a battle coming up, the 60 and the 16. The 16 squeaking that win out on the final lap. Before we move into our but here we go. The 58 machine, Jim Otto, with a great start. He's going to lead him coming out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Comes in through turns 3 and 4. Otto on that 50. Oh! Otto almost high-siding for that 99 machine. I believe that is the 99 of Jim Kirschbaum taking over the lead. But Otto coming back around. Let's see if he switches that lineup coming through turns 3 and 4. A little bit higher this time. And right now, great battle for the lead between the number 99 of Kirschbaum and Jim Otto on that 58 wide. Otto going a little bit wide, leaving the door open for number 25, which is Dan Louder. Then we've got the 59X of Steve Caston right now, coming up in 4th in our final transfer to the A main. 2 laps to go. Otto trying the outside. Otto looking at that outside on the outside of Kirschbaum. And Dan Louder's just kind of sitting around watching to see what happens. Otto's going to make that pass stick as they come back down into turns 3 and 4. This time by, it's going to be the white flag. And Otto almost up against the fence right there as he runs that high wide line as they come back onto the front straight. Now, coming out of turn 2, Otto kind of putting some distance between himself and our second place. Coming this time by, it's going to be checkered flags with Jim Motto, followed by the number 99 Jim Kirschbaum, Dan Louders, and the number 59K is Steve Caston. Class. This is going to be a 6-lap heat race. Top 4 going to the A main. I believe our Yamaha, that's going to be the number 55 of Braxton Callies on the Callies Racing US Chrome Finish Line engines. Yamaha leading him into turns 3 and 4, but he's got some company. That's a number 17 machine of Carson King. He's on a KTM 250, according to my sheets. And he'll lead him down the back straightaway as they come back into turns 3 and 4. We do have one racer leaving the track. I believe that's the, can't quite get the number there. The jersey number doesn't match the bike number, but back out front, that's a 17 of Carson King. He's out front in front of that 55 machine of Braxton Callies. Right now our top 4, looking at direct transfer, followed by the 21 machine of Cash Pangborn in 3rd. And with 2 laps to go right now, Carson King out front, looking comfortable. Number 55, Braxton Callies, followed by the 21. And these guys count down. It's going to be white flag this time by for Carson King out of Caseyville, Illinois. 4 machine of Vincent Young in 4th. Good battle right now for 2nd between the 55 of Braxton Callies and Cash Pangborn. Let's see if Cash can throw it in there as they kind of come back around. Your winner is going to be Carson King, and it looks like it's going to end up being Braxton Callies, followed by Cash Pangborn. Reed, 13, Jack Brooks, number 47, Levi Vandergillian, and 43, Izzy Hendrickson. And down the back straight, right now our leader, and as they come by, I'll try to get some numbers read to you guys. Oh, we've got a rider down, tangled up. 70 out front, the 47. He is up and walking back to his bike. Big Bed Campground Reeds Concrete Honda, Jack Brooks, and let me see fire protection. But it looks like Ethan Ramsey once again getting a good start. The 41 machine, Lincoln Reed. That Honda not leaving the line. So as we come back around, it's going to be number 170 machine, Ethan Ramsey, followed by the 47X of Xander Figuluzzi right behind him. We've got another rider slowing down the back stretch. As they come by, I'm going to try to get them to you again here. Number 70, 47X, that's a 13. It's a 3rd. They'll leave the 43L of Izzy Andresen in 4th. That will be right as of right now your top 4 going in to the A main. The number 41 of Lincoln Reed, I believe, is a lap down. And the 47X machine, I believe, pulled off after the start. Here we go, Ethan Ramsey out front, followed by the 47 of Xander Figuluzzi, and number 13 of Jack Brooks, and the 43L of Izzy Andresen. Right now, in 4th. Here we go, white flag for our Wisconsin Harley-Davidson Dealers Association 250 Amateur Heat number 2. Winner number 70, Ethan Ramsey, followed by that 47X machine of Xander Figuluzzi. Number 13, Jack Brooks. And number 43L, Izzy Andresen. All 4 going into the A main. Wisconsin, riding his lovely brides, Husqvarna 250. 94 of Cox, riding the A main of Central Illinois, O'Neill Scott Honda 250, and the 17X of Ray Hoffman out of Waupun. Wisconsin riding the Honda 250. Once again, 6-lap heat race, top 4 going to the main event as they come by the 94 machine of Caden Fox out front, followed by the number 57, Aaron Frick, right behind him. As they come back around here, I'll try to get you number 3 and 4. These guys kind of right now single file, will follow the leader. We get the number 03 machine of Nick Johnson and the number 99 of Jim Kirschbaum. So right now, 94 Caden Cox leading them, followed by the 57 machine of Aaron Frick, the 03 of Johnson, and that 99 machine right now, Holman, Andy Pickett back, but right now, Pickett trying to make a move for that final transfer spot to the A main. They're going to come by with 2 laps to go. Johnson looking to the outside. Andy Pickett trying to work the outside as he tries to go around our 4th place rider. Let's see if he can't pull that momentum. And still leading them out front. That's the 94 machine of Cox, followed by the 57 of Frick, and the 03 of Johnson. Andy Pickett trying to push that top line. Going a little bit out on turn number 2. We're going to come to the line right here. It's going to be the 94 machine of Cox, followed by 57 of Frick, 03 of Johnson. It's going to be a drag race. And then I believe that is the 99 machine of Kirschbaum, just getting the 414 of Andy Pickett at the wall. Dickinson, this guy's been around, I think, racing locally for years, maybe decades. It looks like the 72 machine is going to jump out front. That's Michael Anderson. But Jim Otto on that hand shift Indian, give him a run for his money as they come out of corner number 2. Down into turn number 3 as we come around. It's going to be the 72 of Anderson. The number 4 making the pass. That's Dan Verena on Jim Otto. Verena way to the outside, way in the deep stuff. He's got to slow down to get reset. Looking pretty mad at himself right there. Jim Otto on the Indian trying to dive down. Sticking to the outside. Otto so far in his first 2 races really liking that outside line. And so far it seems to be working for him today. Otto blowing the groove right there, heading up into the deep stuff. And that gives number 72, Michael Anderson, a little bit of a cushion out here in front as they come to the halfway point in this 6-lap heat race. Top 6 of these guys will be headed directly into our A main, and everybody else will be going into the B main. We are going to have some lap traffic here. It looks like the 72 Anderson's all front, followed by Otto and Dan Verena. I believe that's the 62 of Michael O'Boyle in 3rd. I think we still have both the Dickinsons out here. That's a 38 machine right there. Charles Dickinson coming around. Right flag for Anderson, Otto. And Verena making his way back in, trying to press for that 2nd spot. The better these guys finish, the better they get for staging when it comes into the A main. The 72 of Anderson taking the win. Otto in 2nd, Verena in 3rd. 86 Bill Ferguson out of Palmyra, Wisconsin. Ferguson Racing, BT Motorspikes, Harley Davidson, and 51 Jerry Vestal. Twin Lakes, Wisconsin, on the Redline Cycle Shop, Dayton Ukes, Harley Davidson. As they come back around, I'm going to start trying to read those off for you guys. Out front to 73 is Steve Wasser. Terry Vestal making his way into 2nd from the bottom of the racetrack on the start. And Vestal right now stocking down Wasser. Both these guys riding Harley Davidsons right here in our Brakeless Heat number 2, brought to you by Southeast Sales. Third is going to be the 86 machine of Bill Ferguson, followed by the 46G of Matt McNall. But right now, the act up front, Steve Wasser trying to stay out front at the halfway point here of Terry Vestal. We're also going to see Terry Vestal coming up here in a little bit. He'll be racing in the hooligan class as well. Once again, if you've been to a Dairyland Classic, you may have heard that name, Terry Vestal, if you've made it to any of the AMA 16, Region 16 race, District 16 races, you may have seen him out there as well. But Wasser, I don't know if he found a little bit extra in the tank. He's kind of put a little bit more space between him and Terry Vestal as they head down to the back straight. It's going to be white flag this time by for Steve Wasser. Pretty comfortable out in front of Terry Vestal right now. And the 49 machine making the pass on the 18 of Larry Pettis for that final transfer, for the last two final transfer spots. Here we go, your winner, Steve Wasser. Second place, Terry Vestal. The 49G of Matt McCall. And the 18K of Larry Pettis. I think I read that wrong earlier, but I think I got it right this time. 109, Lucas Wilson out of Galesburg, Illinois, the Coronavirus Flight, Illinois, Honda. Also got the 67 of Vincent Young out of Ridge, Wisconsin. The 8 of Cass and Callie's out of Beaver Dam. Number 47 of Xander Figaluzzi on the 47 machine. But here we go as they come around. Now keep in mind, 6-lap heat race, but only the top 2 go to the A main. And right now it looks like it's the 88 of Colin Weber and the number 9 of Ethan Rosine. Ethan Rosine on the bottom. See if he can make it stick. He's going to run that 88 machine to the wall in the back straight. And the number 9 of Rosine pulling it down as they come in, followed by the 88. Those two right now in our transfer spot. I believe that was the 67P of Scott Walker in third. He is the first man out. And keep in mind, top 2 go to the A main. Everybody else gets split up into the B and C main with a halfway in the 6-lap heat race. Ethan Rosine out front of that, followed by the 88. That number 9 putting some space between him and the 88. And that 88 right now, his biggest goal is going to be holding off that 67. I better check myself. I got 2 67s here. Let me see if I can't see. I think there was a P on that machine. I think I'm right. I think that is the 67P of Scott Walter in third. These guys come by so fast, sometimes it's hard to see them. Here we go, white flag for Ethan, the 88 67P. I believe that is the other 67 of Vincent Young up in fourth. Both these 67 machines trying to move forward. I don't think they're going to have enough time though. Here we go, coming across the finish line first. Number 9 machine, Ethan Rosine, really the 88 67P. Followed by the 67. Your top 2 going to the A main. 251, Nathan Wilson on Southwood, Illinois, 76, Luke Sharp. I didn't quite catch the whole shot. Where's all my ladies at out there? We've got Hannah and Zaria Martins representing for you. We've also got Zaria's father out there, the number 322, Ryan Martin. With Zaria on the outside right now of DJ Schlosser. Zaria out front right now in this 450 amateur heat race. Right now Zaria out front, DJ Schlosser right behind those two. Looking for that direct transfer into the A main. There's a 21 machine of Cash Pangborn in third. Hannah Lang in fourth place. DJ Schlosser with a pretty good drive coming into turns 3. He'll stay on the bottom. He'll kind of drift out of it. Zaria locked in right there as she keeps that number 08 KTM 450 out front of the boys. Only got a couple of ladies racing with us here tonight, but right now Zaria Martins leading our 450cc amateur heat number 2 with 2 laps to go. And as we're coming down the back straight, we're going to see the white flag right now. Zaria out front, DJ Schlosser right behind her, looking pretty comfortable. I'm not sure if Cash is going to have the room. He's got about a half a lap to do it. I don't know if DJ will try to put a move on Zaria right here. I think he's going to settle in for the second. Here we go, coming around. Zaria Martin's taking the win. The 16 machine of DJ Schlosser in second. Crash out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. Redline Cycles, ZipperDoors.com, 580. Racing Yamaha 400. Here we go. I think that was a 25X of Cody Funk right there on that whole shot, but I am wrong. That might be the number 2 of Sonny Johnson. We'll see as they come back around here. That is the number 2 machine. Followed by the number 70P. We have the number 2 of Sonny Johnson in front of Declan Bender. Once again, 6-lap heat race, top 2 to the A main. And my trusty sunglasses not treating me so well right now. Number 2, followed by that number 70P. Johnson and Bender out front right now. One of our Kawasaki racers right there back and forth, kind of drifting to the outside, coming on turns 2 and 3, or turns 2. Johnson and Bender right now up front of this West Bend Harley Davidson 450 amateur heat number 3. And with 2 laps to go, it appears that Johnson and Bender are kind of locked in right here. Our 3rd place rider, number 25 machine, Cody Funk. Got to start making some moves under the white flag next time by. And as that sun's starting to set, you see this whole track kind of going dark for these racers out here. As Johnson and Bender come back through on that white flag. And as this track gets dark, it's just to change a little bit. You already see the lines kind of getting wider, the dark groove on the racetrack getting a little bit wider as well. Here we go, to the number 2, Sonny Johnson taking the win of a 70P of Declan Bender. Those two going straight to the A main. And 33, Braxton County, 56, Cody Rensfinger, and number 57, Aaron Frick out there as well. And all these lights starting to come on this track. Or maybe it's just because I took my sunglasses off, but the track looking nice and bright again. Here they come. It's going to be the 25, followed by the 56. That's Corbin Van de Zandt, followed by the 56 of Cody Reisnider. I mean, you think the 2 leaders could give me some easier names than Van de Zandt and Reisnider. Once again, the 20 lead the 56, but we got a bunch up right behind that 57 machine. Aaron Frick trying to get his way into the A main as well, but he's got some company on the outside. That outside line, that 54 machine not quite holding that well. Oh, making the pass, coming in. I believe that was the 54 machine. Maybe 64, Nick Johnson getting around Eric Frick there. Of Johnson. He's going to try to make another pass. He wants to get into this A main. But Van de Zandt and Reisnider right now holding those top 2 direct transfer spots as we see the white flag. This is going to be it. This time around the 64 machine making the pass. Can he make it stick? He's going to run Reisnider up the track. And I think Johnson, oh, here comes Reisnider back in again. Let's see how they come out of here. 25, 64, 25 machine, Corbin Van de Zandt taking the win, followed by Nick Johnson. Those 2 going direct into the A main. Machine getting hot as well. Here we go. Green and there off. A couple of these bikes getting real hot, sitting on the line, but they're off. That's a 0-4 machine coming across. There's a tiny little puddle. And once again, it's a 0-4 machine. Patrick Qatar. He's out front, and he got past for number 37, Ian Steer. Ian Steer riding Bronson Bowman's number 37 machine out there. And Steer right now, kind of locked in his own little lane. He goes all the way to the outside. Number 0-4 machine, Patrick Qatar. Still right behind him, but he's got a little bit of a freight train. He's got some company coming around the outside. That 0-4 machine with his hands steer out front. The 73 machine making the pass. That 73, Nicholas Hansen on the Honda. That number 0-4 machine, Patrick Tatar, going backwards right now. Back into fourth. Here, oh, whoa, the 73 machine getting all sorts of sideways. Let's see that 86 machine. Sean Sheely from the back row. Does he have anything to challenge for that final transfer spot? Here we go. Ian Steer out of Harvard, Illinois. Taking the checkered flag, and the 73 machine. Nicholas Hansen rounding it out there for our final transfer spot. Shane Westfall, Teresa, Wisconsin, Lauder Brothers Racing, Verena Frame out of March, Triple B, Jake Carter Davidson, and Eric Schulke on the 9X out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin on the Harley. Dave Kilkenny out front right now, putting some space between him and I believe Christopher Hansen on that 44 machine alongside of him. 6-lap heat race, top four going to the main. Dave Kilkenny followed by Hansen, followed by Funk, and the number 43 of Randy Brolick. Dave Kilkenny, I guess, separating himself from everybody else out here as he comes back around rocking that number 35, that 25 machine of Cody Funk, followed by the 33, 44, sorry, my bad, of Christopher Hansen. Yeah, the 44 and then the 85 machine. Kevin Braxma into fourth place there. Once again, top four to the main. But Dave Kilkenny with some company right now. Cody Funk looking down the inside. I don't know if Dave knew he was there or not, but he closed the door on him right there. This time they're going to come by for the white flag. Dave Kilkenny, Cody Funk, trying to set up a battle for the main event. Once again, 44 machine, Christopher Hansen, followed by 85 of Kevin Broxma. And that right there is going to be your top four as long as they stay in this order. Dave Kilkenny taking the checkered flag. Cody Funk in second. Hansen in third. Broxma in fourth. 25F, Jacob Jesko out of Waupun, Wisconsin. That's number 1 is Harley Davidson. 31 is going to be Chuck Clark out of Amaro, Wisconsin on a Harley. And the 523 of Jacob Holter out of West Allis on a Harley Davidson. As they come around, let's see what we've got here. It's going to be the 27 machine, Terry Vestal. Followed by the 25 F of Jacob Jesko. Dave Otto making it easy on me with that Hawaiian themed shirt out there. Always easy to spot. And I'll get you our final transfer position. This 83 of Lala Bronstead. Terry Vestal, a little bit of company up there right now. Terry taking out bottom line of that 27. The 25F of Jacob Jesko. Getting close. Otto holding on to that third spot. A little bit of action going on for our first right now, but Terry Vestal right now holding on to it. At 25S, Jacob Jesko trying to put his Suburban Motors Harley around that Ukes brother Harley Davidson, ridden by Terry Vestal. Little local Harley Davidson action here. They come to the flag. Vestal with about a 1-bike lead, but Jesko gonna try the outside. Let's see who gets the drive down the back straightaway. Vestal with a good drive, but Jesko with a good drive to the outside. Let's see if he can make it stick. Vestal staying down to the bottom. Jesko! I do not know who won that one. Pretty stacked heat race. Here we go. Mitchell with a good start on the bottom. Both Lauterbachs with good starts on the groove. The Lauterbach's going to get pushed out. Danny Mishler with that American-themed mullet just flying out of the back of his helmet is going to put his Spectral Oil Transportation Connection Griswold Excavation James E. Bate and tackle Harley out front. Right behind him with a 34 machine is going to be Jeremy DeRuiter. Get you a third place. The 51 machine. 51 Mac McGrew out of Holly, Minnesota, right that Snake Speed Shop. Harley Davidson in third, and then fourth, number 25 of Dan Lauder's Lauder Brothers Racing Super Trap Fueling Parts Harley Davidson. So right now, Danny Mishler kind of running away with it. DeRuiter following him right behind him. Once again, 6-lap heat, top 4 going to our main. Everybody else heading into our B main. 77, Mishler, DeRuiter, the group, and Dan Louders. Dan Louders is going to try to go around the outside, and if Louders and McGrew start racing, that might open the door for that 97 machine of Louis Louders. So McGrew holding on to it. White flag. Danny Mishler holding it out front. Danny actually the cousin of Morgan Mishler, who's won this race a couple times. Looks like he knows his way around this place on a ruined bike. Danny Mishler followed by DeRuiter, followed by McGrew and Dan Lauder. And that ends our heat races for the evening. 6 laps, here we go. And we are off. It's like Bronson in second. Ready leg, Bronson to the lead. Pearson second. I think Lang still back in third now. But Bronson leading him around. Bronson coming from the 4th position to the lead. He's got company with Trent Lowe right behind him. I take that back. That's Peterson, the number 27 machine. Peterson trying to put that Harley Davidson on the podium. But Bronson holding on as they come down. Halfway point. This 6-lap race. I mean, Bugs is going to try to go for it. You've got probably one of the most iconic flat track motorcycles right there with an XR 750 trying to chase down a modern KTM 750. Oh, we got a big move going in for 3rd place. Trent Lowe getting around Lang. Bronson going to lead them coming around for the white flag. Here we go. All Bronson's got to do is hold off Bugs Pearson. Pearson trying to get that 750 to hook. You see that front wheel coming in the air. When that bike wheelies, that means he's got 100% traction. Here we go. Pearson looking at the outside. He's not going to do it. Bronson Bauman with the win in the Jim Sumner Memorial Dash for Cash. Pro-Am Championship. Here we go. First yellow, second yellow, green. 06 of Johnson with a good start from the pole. He's going to come around, drive around the number 16 machine of Danny Murray as they come back down the back straight. These guys are going to start settling in. They come back. I'm going to try to read them as fast as I can. There's twice as many racers. 066 and the 16. Clay Johnson, Danny Murray, and Nick Smith right now, your top three. As they stretch down the back straight. A lot of good racing going on in mid-pack. Lots of good balance for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th place. Right now the 06 of Clay Johnson checking out with 3 wide coming in. Huge battle for 6th place back there. Johnson right now, the 06 machine, out front running away with it. The number 60 machine, Danny Murray, trying to catch back up to it with that 60 machine. That 99 machine of Jim Kirschbaum also picking up some speed, going to try to challenge for that 3rd podium spot. We are at the halfway, 4 laps right here to our 8-lap main event. 06, 16, 16, 99, 58. Jim Otto back there in 5th. We got a lot of action going on. I think that's the 59. I don't know who it is. Good battle going on for 6th place. Murray back by. Oh, the 99 making the pass. Jim Kirschbaum making the pass on the number 60 machine. Danny Murray. Here we come back around. Johnson out front. Smith followed by Kirschbaum. But Murray's trying to come back around on the outside. Taking the podium spot away from Kirschbaum. We'll go white flag. Kirschbaum, not as good of a drive. Johnson. Murray still sitting for 5th. Nice spot here in 3rd. Otto pressing for that 4th place position. We're going to go checkered flag this time by. It's going to be Clay Johnson. Smith. And Murray, your podium right there. Kirschbaum in 4th, I believe. Otto in 5th. First yellow, second yellow, green. I think that was a 94 of Caden Cox with a great start in that Honda 250. But he's got company already coming around the outside. As all of our 250 amateur racers diving into 3 and 4. It's Cox, followed by the number 17 of King, and the number 57 of Aaron Frick. Right now, Cox, King, Frick. If those weren't names, I don't think I'd be able to say them in that order. And King right now trying to put a move on Caden Cox. But Cox with a good drive out of turn number 2 as they dive back into turn number. Once again, this is going to be an eight-main race. Side by side coming into turn number 1. King taking it. And he gets around Cox. Let's see if he's going to pull away. Or if Cox is going to kind of come back here. At the halfway point, it's King, Cox, and Frick. I believe that's the 47X in 4th place. I could be wrong in that 4th place. It's hard to see. King, Cox, Frick. Nope, take that back. That's the number 70 machine of Ethan Ramsey in 4th place in that KTM 2-stroke. 2 laps to go. 2 laps for Carson King. Followed by Cox and Frick in the number 57 machine. Next time by is getting a white flag. Our top 4 right now spread out pretty evenly, taking up about a whole entire straightaway. King comes to the white flag. All he's got to do is hang out for 1 more lap. Cox settled pretty comfortably in second, and Frick in third. And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Carson King, followed by Kaden Cox and Aaron Frick in third place. Couple hand shifters out in. I'm about 98% positive that the 58 of Jim Otto has a foot clutch and a hand shift. That may have been the most incredible thing I've ever seen done on a racetrack. Coming to the start, number 72, followed by 73. 72 is going to be Michael Anderson, followed by number 73, Steve Wasser. It looks to be, I think, in third, 51, Terry Vessel. The Anderson, Wasser, Vessel right now up front. But Jim Otto, after a wild start right here, has made his way back up into 4th place. Terry Vessel with an issue. He pulls out of the way. That makes room for a couple guys to get through. So it's Anderson, Wasser, Brana, Otto, and Vessel's going to pull off with an issue on that 21 Harley Davidson machine. Anderson right now out front running his own race, way out in front of everybody. Anderson coming by, followed by Wasser with Morena. And Otto in 4th place. We're at the halfway point. These guys going through some lap traffic here. Let's see if that helps out Miranda at all. Otto picking his way through 4th, but right now it is all Anderson out front now. And Anderson making the trip all the way down from Florida for this record. Steve Wasser, local guy right here right now, looking pretty good. Well, that Harley Davidson right behind him, Miranda. As these top 3 kind of stay a little spread out with 2 laps to go. White flag. Next time by is going to be checkers. Anderson leads them around. As long as Anderson keeps that thing on 2 wheels, it's going to be Anderson, Wasser, and Brana. Your top 3. Lined up. And we are green. With the number 2 machine, I think Sonny Johnson with a great start. He's got some company up there. I think Ian Steers up there on that 37 machine as well. As they come back around, let's see who's leading them out front. Couldn't quite see the number on the leader. That was a 64 or 70p. We're gonna give it another shot here. That is the 70p machine out front right now. 70p Declan Bender. But he's got some company coming up right behind him. That is the 37 of Ian Steer. And the number 2 machine is Sonny Johnson. Ian Steer cleared Johnson. Now Johnson's got some company for that 3rd spot. This will be an 8-lap main event for our 450 amateurs. So right now, Declan out front of Ian Steer. It looks like Ethan Rosine trying to push Johnson around to that number 2 machine. As they come by, we'll get a better shot of it here. Declan Steer and Ethan Rosine and Johnson side by side. Looks like Rosine's going to hold on to that final transfer spot as they come into turns 3 and 4 with just 2 laps left to go. And Rosine settling into that third position right now. Out front, we're going to have the number 70P Declan Bender. Right behind him, Ian Steer. And Ethan Rosine holding on to that third spot right now. But Sonny Johnson still keeping the pressure on right now, the number 2 Honda. That was white flag. If you're going to make a move, now's the time to make the move. Johnson looking for Rosine. Don't think it's going to happen. Here you go, your win. Declan Bender, Ian Steer, and Rosine. Last year, that number 77, Danny Mitchell, also a tough one to beat. And always the legend, Terry Vessel, that 27 machine. Dave Kilkenny with the whole shot. Terry Vessel, the 27 machine, leaning on him up the inside. That might be a Hanson, I'm not positive. Oh, that is some rolling thunder right there as we come around. Dave Kilkenny, followed by 27 of Terry Vessel. And then number 34, Jeremy DeRuiter. I think that might be Danny Michelin right there in 4th in the 77 machine. But here we go, Dave Kilkenny, Terry Vessel, Jeremy Michelin, the 25, I think that, oh, Vessel blowing the line a bit, but he gets it right back on. And coming in, oh, dive bomb into 4th. Trying to get around Michelin is the 25, I think. That might be Jesko, the 25F. I got 2 25s out here, they're hard to differentiate. Oh, diving in deep into 3 and 4. I think it's that 25F machine going right around Reuter. 25F, I believe, Jacob Jesko up against the wall back there. Give him a dirt shower on the back straightaway. But right now, Dave Kilkenny, a little bit of challenge with Terry Vestal. And Vestal looking on the inside of Kilkenny with 2 to go. But it looks like Jesko trying to come around the outside as well. Kilkenny and Vestal kind of playing with each other. Hopefully that doesn't leave the door open for that 25 of Jesko. Oh, Terry Vestal showing them the wheels. They come in. These guys race almost every single weekend together. It's a constant battle. Dave to the line, our fighter jumping out of the way. But here comes Jesko on the outside. He's going to run it all the way up there. Let's see if he can't get a drive on the deep stuff. He gets a good drive, bringing it down into turns 3 and 4. Dave Kilkenny out front. Here comes Vestal. Dave Kilkenny, your winner. Terry Vestal. And I believe that was the 25F of Jesko. Ready, and Morgan Bishop with a good start. And we are off. Bronson right now, right in front of Morgan Michelin. Trent Lowe in 3rd. Jacob Walter in 4th. And Dalton Gauthier in 5th right now. Here we go, Bronson. Morgan Michelin already looking to the outside. Michelin trying to come up the inside. We are just 3 laps into it, and Morgan charging to the front. Bronson looking to answer right back up the front. And 38, Trent Lowe getting in the mix. Let's see if Morgan put his head down. You see him sitting on that rear fender. as they come back in and around. Morgan's looking followed by Bronson, Bauman, and Trent Lowe. These three starting to take off on their own right now. Dalton Gauthier back in fourth, trying to chase our leaders down. But right now, out front, Morgan Mishra has got that Turner Racing factory Honda moving to the outside lane. And you see him sitting on that rear fender, pulling on the bars, keeping that bike driving forward. Lap 6 of our 20-lap main event. Before we get too far, I think we might see some lappers. But we're 6 laps into a main event right now. If you're leading this, what are you thinking right now?
Oh man, he's hitting my marks right now. We're running a perfect race. One of his best qualities is literally just hitting his marks lap after lap. He's so difficult to keep up with. Bronson's working everything he can right now. You see Trent just pushing, trying to close that gap. I tell you what, it's hard to catch Berg when he's on and he's hitting his mark.
And he is looking good. He's riding the hot streak after winning one of the rounds here at the Red Mile. 4 points back on the AFT singles class champion right now. But man, look at this. What a good race. You've got one of the front runners for the singles class, Bronson Bauman, always fast on the XG750 with you, and Trent Lowe as well. I mean, what a battle. I don't think we could have asked for a better evening. 10 laps in right now. And let me ask you this. You have Sid and I believe Trent Lowe, man, in the Dash for Cash. Do you think that extra 6 laps tired those guys out, or they got the fitness?
Oh, I think they definitely got the fitness. I trained with all 3 of those guys up front. Man, they got no problem running these 20 laps. Right now, I think they're just working on Berg. Berg's kind of flirting with that high line. They're kind of closing just a little bit. Bronson's definitely pushing it hard. Berg's going to have to close the door a little bit. He's got a good run off the corner, but these guys are going to make the move. It's coming into the corner for sure.
Yeah, the question is when do you make your move? Do you wait for a mistake, or do you wait till a couple of laps left and try to dive bomb in? Do you force it, or what do you do here?
Oh, I've raced with Bronson quite a bit. I think he's waiting for any available opening. He's going to send it on in there. With the track being a little bit tough to pass right now, these guys are looking for any opening, and they're going for it right away.
Absolutely, and when they come back around, that's lap 14. Morgan Michelin, the number 13 factory Honda still out front. Bronson Bauman, the Michelin with a good drive off right there. Trent Lowe is really starting to put the pressure on Bronson. And if he on Bronson, that's going to slow those 2 guys down a little bit for Morgan.
Yeah, there's definitely a good possibility. Trent's been riding so well this year. I'm not surprised to see him up here battling for the win. He's been so consistent. Just a tick off of Morgan at the Nationals, and it's not surprising with him really putting the pressure on Bronson.
Back around, I believe this is lap number 15. And like you said too, Morgan really liking that outside line right there. He's going to wander this off a little bit, almost losing the groove right there. I mean, he's got to be careful. If he starts getting into that thick stuff, he's going to be in a world of hurt.
Yeah, but Morgan's always on some unorthodox line we're at the races, so this isn't surprising. Seeing him working some line that nobody else can figure out isn't a big surprise, honestly. He's had an uncanny ability of doing that at the Nationals. He's doing it again tonight.
Well, you know, like our buddy Scotty Duba would say, he's running up there high, wide, and handsome. So he's stretching the throttle cables right now on his Honda CLF 450. These factory Hondas looking fast. And last year, Morgan did not factor on the 2 laps to go. Oh, Trent Lowe pushing Bronson Bauman around. That's going to give Morgan a little bit of a cushion. And like I said last year, Morgan standing away from a podium sweep for factory Honda was Morgan Michelin. And now, with the white flag, all he's got to do is make it on 2 into 3 and 4. He's got a good drive right there. And here we do, coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Dalton Gauthier in 4th. 5th place, Chase Sadhoff. 6th place, Robert Pearson. 7th place, Jacob Walter. 8th place, Jeremy Duffy. Ninth place, Ezra Brewski. And then Tyler Agio Johnson. And then I believe Schwarzenbacher bringing up the rear. I am not 100% positive how many laps this is going to be. I think this is going to be an 8-lap main event. I believe this is a This is a Pro-Am B main with number 67, Kevin Walter, 41, Jake Fell, 98K, Brady Lang, number 34, Parker Lang, 99, Kyle Myers. And this will be an 8-lap main. We are going to run 8 B mains out here today. Sorry, 6 B mains. This one brought to you by Action Power Sports. I believe that was a 99 of Kyle Myers up front. As they come back around, I'll try to get you some better. 99, Kyle Myers. I think that was Brady Lang right behind him in second. Let me see if I can't figure out who's in third here as they come around. 41, Jake Fell in third. Kyle Myers, Brady Lang, and Jake Fell, your top 3. Two to go. And Myers right now running out front. Brady Lang trying to chase him down. It looks like Jake Fell diving in, taking it outside. White flag. Here we go. Fell going outside. Let's see if he can't make it work. He's going to try to go around Lang the far way. Lang with a good drive off of turn number 2. Here he goes. He's going to be able to make it stick. Coming to the checkered flag. Myers, Fell, and Brady Lang. Once again, Kyle the win. Here we go. Chuck Clark on the pole. Here we go. 73. Chuck Clark with a good start. Steve Wasser also with a good start. Up into second place. And Wasser looking to kind of come around the outside of that 30 machine to Chuck Clark. Wasser on the podium and outbraked with A-Main just a little bit ago. And keep in mind, this is only a 6th lap. This is a pretty quick little sprint. Steve Wasser out front, followed by Chuck Clark on that 31 machine. It was Adam Munzinger in 4th, I believe. It's a number 12 machine of Mike Yotis in 3rd place. So right now, it's Wasser, Clark, and Yotis, your top 3. Also your top 3 qualifiers for the race right here at the halfway point. And we'll see the 2 to go flag. 2 to go. Our top 3 right now pretty settled in with Wasser, Clark, and Yogers. Tapper, number 4 right here, is going to make any trouble. Wasser gets him around him, no problem. So does Clark. Doesn't do much help for Yogers back there in 3rd. And here we go, coming to the checkered flag, number 73, Steve Wasser, followed by Chuck Clark, and number 12, Mike Yogers. I'm back. And it looks like number 251, Nathan Wilson, out front right now. The 251 with some company. Let's see as they come around. The 251 and the 727 of Thailand Pizza. Trying to get that Kawasaki to go around the outside of that Nathan Wilson's Honda. He'll throw it back down in turns 3 and 4 and see if he can't make it home. Runs up the track just a little bit, but as they drag race down by the back, I think the 727 right there, Feetzinger, making the pass stick as they come through turns 3 and 4. Turns 1 and 2. This time we're going to be white flag. We got a pass going on for third. They go 4 wide. That's the 56 machine right now. Cody Rinsnyder hanging on to that third position, but he's got company. That 56 with a good drive right now. Still out front is the number 727. Colin Feetzinger is going to take the lead, followed by the 251 of Nathan Wilson. Shot right up the middle. The 139, Jesse Lehman. But we got to get that 58 wide machine off the track. That was Robert Reed. Now Honda now wanting to fire as they come around. There's the 139 followed by the 709 of Lucas Wilson. But Lucas has got some company. He's got a Kawasaki on his outside. There's the 76 of Luke Sharp. Making a move to the front right now. 450cc amateur C main. These kids are on top of each other. 139 to 71. But it looks like I believe it's a 76 of Luke Sharp. Trying to pull away. Of Thomas Colson. Thomas Colson making it around Luke Sharp. Colson, Sharp, and then the 33 of Braxton Callies. White flag next time by is going to be checkers. I think Braxton's got some company on the outside. He's going to try to cut under. Oh, the 709 of Lucas Wilson. Too close to call there for that third place battle. From her 450 straight to her hooligan machine. Louis Louders with a good jump on the 97 machine. Coming in here with the number 53 of Justin Lindbergh. We had a rider almost lose it there coming out of turn 2, tank slapping. This is a lot of bike to be tank slapping. Louis Louders, the 33 of Shane Westfall. I believe the Louders right now out front, looking clean by himself. The 33 to 53. Unfortunately, 68 right there, running second. Matt Jensen with a problem. But Shane Westfall and Justin Lindbergh right there, battling it out for second place. Louis Louders out front, running his own race. 33 Westfall and Lindbergh side by side as they come across the finish line. They're going to continue to battle as Louis Louders takes off right now. 2 to go for Louis Louders. This time that 33 of Westfall keeping it ahead of Lindbergh as they come by. Let's see if Lindbergh's got anything for him. This time by is going to be the white flag. Louis with the white flag. Then it's going to be Westfall and Lindbergh. Let's see if Lindbergh can make something happen. He drifts up into that outside line, which has been working so good for so many people. He's going to get a good drive. There was a shutoff contest right there, and I think Westfall got him. But here he goes, trying to come around the outside. Louis Louders takes it. Shane Westfall in second. And number 53, Justin Lindbergh in third place. And that is your final race of the evening.